Central Florida family and friends. Thank you for tuning in today for another show. We have a lot lined up for you that I know you're truly going to enjoy. So off we go.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Ruby and welcome back to Miss Ruby's Rad Word of the Day. Today's word is energy. Energy defines the strength and vitality required for sustained physical or mental activity. This means we use energy when eating, playing, doing our homework, and often we are using energy even when just hanging around and awake. Let's be sure to fill our bodies with healthy snacks and nutrients to ensure that we continue to have the energy needed to complete our daily tasks. Stay safe, strong, and healthy. Join me next time for Miss Ruby's Rad Word of the Day. Bye!
I'm State Representative Geraldine Thompson. I represent House District 44, which is West Orange County. And today I'll be reading Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, which is his autobiography. And we'll begin with his childhood. My name is Nelson Mandela. I live in South Africa, a beautiful country on the tip of Africa. Today, South Africa is a democracy. That means all adults vote to choose who they want to run the country. But it was not always like this. When I was born, South Africa was ruled by white people only. As I grew older, I began to see that this was not fair. I wanted to change this way of government so everyone had a say. My friends and I called this the struggle for freedom. The struggle lasted many years, and I was one of the fighters. This is my story. Long, long ago, white Europeans crossed the seas to South Africa. They fought over the land, and they also fought the tribes of people already living there, such as the Xhosa, the Zulu, and the Tswanas. Hundreds of years later, I was born into the Tembu tribe, one of many tribes that made up the Xhosa nation. I entered the world in the tiny village of Mivzova in the beautiful Eastern Cape on 18th July 1918. My father was a Tembu chief, a leader of our people. He named me Rolehala, which in Xhosa means troublemaker. Did he believe I would grow up to be a troublemaker? I don't think so. Nobody knew what lay ahead of me. When I was a young boy, we moved from Mimosa to the nearby village of Kunu, and I began herding our family's sheep and goats. Those were happy days. My friends and I swam in the rivers, stole honey from the beehives, and played stick fighting, a Xhosa boy's favorite sport. When I turned 7, my father decided to send me to school. It was a mission school built by Europeans who had come to South Africa to spread Christianity. No one in my family had been to school before. I didn't have fancy clothes, but my father took a pair of his trousers and cut them off at the knee. I used a piece of string as a belt. But the school wasn't fancy either. It had only one classroom. None of the pupils wore smart clothes, so I fitted right in. Our teacher gave us new names. Mine was Nelson. Nelson? At that time, the English ruled our country, so our teacher thought we should all have English names. It sounded very strange at first, but I soon got used to it. I was learning at school, but I was learning at home as well. My mother told me stories from long ago, full of wise lessons about being kind to others. My father taught me to be a brave Xhosa boy. I wanted to grow up to be just like him. Sometimes I even rubbed ash onto my hair to make it gray like his. But after my 9th birthday, my life changed. My father grew ill and died. My mother took me to live with my father's friend, Chief Zongintaba, in the nearby village of Kimwini. Uncle Jogi was the acting king of the Thebus and was a very important man. He had a motor car and lived in a big house called the Great Place. It was an exciting new experience for me. My mother still came to visit me though, and I was always happy to see her. Although I miss Quinu, I love my new life. Uncle Jongi's son, Justice, was a few years older than me, and we became best friends. We rode horses and plowed his father's fields together. We had a lot of fun, but life was not all about riding horses. When I was 16, Uncle Jogi sent me to Clarksbury boarding school. In those days, many boys and girls did not finish their schooling, but my uncle believed education was important. 3 years later, I joined Justice at Held Town, the biggest school for Africans in the country. This is where I completed my high school education. At the age of 21, I enrolled at Fort Hare, a university for black students in the Eastern Cape. Uncle Jogi bought me a new suit to wear. It was very different from the cut-down trousers I had worn when I went to school. I felt very grown up. Young black people from all over the country came to study at Fort Hare. It was the first time I had met people from other tribes, such as Sotos, Zulus, and Swanas. I made new friends, including a clever young student called Oliver Tambo. Although he didn't know it then, Oliver and I were to become very important in each other's lives. I worked hard at university, but I had fun. I took up running, boxing, and ballroom dancing. One night, my friends and I snuck out to a dance hall. We thought we were very daring until we met our teacher. But suddenly, my student days were cut short. I was elected to sit on the student council, but only 25 students had voted. Most did not vote because the council could not change the thing that concerned them the most, the bad canteen food. I told the principal that I would not sit on the council without the students' support. He was very angry and threatened to expel me, but I wouldn't change my mind. I never went back to university. Was I living up to my name of troublemaker? Back at the Great Place, Uncle Jogi soon had other plans for me and Justice. He told us we were to be married, and he had already picked a wife for each of us. We were shocked. We didn't want to get married, and so we decided to run away to Johannesburg.
Bienvenidos todos, soy Miss Ruby con el frase del día. El frase de hoy es energía. Energía es la capacidad que tiene la materia de producir trabajo en forma de movimiento, luz, calor, etc. Usamos energía cuando comemos, jugamos o hasta cuando hacemos la tarea. Asegúrense que coman ricas y saludables comidas para continuar a cumplir con los quehaceres del día. Sigan siendo fuertes y saludables. Acompáñenme para el próximo frase del día. ¡Adiós!
Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Reggie and you're watching What's the Move story for you today, and today's theme is Latin music. Latin music. So today I'm going to teach you 3 easy Latin dances, and these are my 3 of my favorites, and I'm going to end you with the one that I love the most. The first one I'm going to learn today is the merengue. So for the merengue, So what you're gonna do with your hands is you're gonna act like you're holding a baby. So you see, you're holding a baby. You'll support the head with this hand, which is your left hand. Right here supporting the head, and the right hand is gonna cobble to hold the baby. Just like you're gonna rock side to side, side to side, side to side. And so the easiest thing about merengue is it's a really simple dance, is it's a step, step, side, step, side. You move your baby side to side and bring a step in. Just a little faster, back and forth, step and step up, go back, and you're stepping, just step and step, 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 step. And that's the merengue. You may want to add some extra moves there. Chop it up with your merengue. Chop, chop, step and rotate, step and rotate. You want to go out with it. Some people do wider circles, circles, merengue, and you want to put your shoulders into it, so you got a little more shoulders into it when you step, and that is merengue. Step inside to side, hold your baby, here we go. Hey, up and back, merengue. All right, make it spicy. Big circles, hey. Hop, 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 merengue. Time for dance number 2. Awesome job. Woo! Time for dance number 2. It's called a salsa. Can everyone say a salsa? Step, back, step, together, back, together. Step, step, together, back, step, together. Forward, step, together, back, step, together. But it's really fast. So it's forward, step, together, back, step, together. Forward, step, together, back, step, together. Okay? And step, together, back, together, step, together, back, together. Our arms, you can do whatever you want. You don't move in it. Go out, together, out, together, out, together, out, together, out, step, together, out, step, together, out, step, together, out, step, together. It's really fast. Here we go. Yeah, put some arms in there. And salsa was really good. And don't forget, as we said last video, stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. Drink a drink that has electrolytes. Keep you all safe. This is my favorite dance. This is the bachata. So it's a count. If you know how to count, this will be easy for you. Okay? And so bachata is 1, 2, 3, step. And that's 4. Step. 1, 2, 3. Step. 1, 2, 3. Step. 1, 2, 3. Step. Right? So it's a pop, pop. A 1, 2, 3, pop. You can do it standing in place. Pop. 1, 2, 3. Pop. 1, 2, 3. Pop. Okay? All you gotta do is pop on 4. Here go! It's a partner dance, so you can definitely put the arms here. So if you do, you just gotta pop it. Just count 1, 2, 3, hey. 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. Stand in place. Pop. 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 3, pop. 1, 2. A lot of bit of sauce in there. 2, 3, pop. Stop. Pop. 1. Pop. 1, 2, 3. Pop. 1, 2, 3. Pop. You feel it? Come on. Put it. Here we go. That was a lot of fun. So, if you learned something new today, if your parents know these dances, you can definitely do it with them. I hope you had a lot of fun with me today. We did on What's the Move. We learned 3 amazing dances today. We learned the merengue, we learned the salsa, and we learned bachata. So catch us next time on What's the Move. And next time I think I have a special guest. So let's jam out.
Hey guys, Miss Ellie here from Tupperware Brands Branch, and today we're going to learn some more American Sign Language. Let's start off by reviewing the alphabet. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Great job! This is applause in sign language. It's our first new sign. Alright, now I want to teach you guys numbers 11 through 20, but first let's review numbers 1 through 10. Ready? Remember, palm in for 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, let's start with 11 through 20. Ready? You're going to take your 1 and you're going to flick it up twice. 11. 12, 2, flick it up twice. 13 is your 3, bring it down twice. Same with 14, 15. Flip out for 16 and you're going to flick your finger off of your thumb twice. 17, 18, 19, 20. You just tap your pointer finger on your thumb. 20. Ready? Let's do it again. 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I want to teach you some signs that you could use every day, and you can practice with your family, and you guys can all learn together. Alright, so I want to teach you the signs for hungry and thirsty. So you're going to make a C shape with your hand. You're going to put it on your chest and you're going to drag it down. And that's a sign for hungry. So if you want to tell your parents you're hungry, or your siblings or your grandparents, you go, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Now if you're thirsty, you're going to take your 1 hand shape and you're going to drag your finger down your throat. So thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Got it? Alright. Now let's learn the sign for I'm tired. So I'm tired. You're going to bend your hands like this. You're going to put them on your shoulders and you're going to bring them down. I'm tired. I'm tired. Also learn the sign for bathroom. So you're going to take your T hand shape and you're going to shake it in front of you. And so that's the sign for bathroom. So I need the bathroom. Alright guys, that's all the sign language I have for you today. This has been Miss Ellie from Tupperware Brands Branch. See you next time.
Greetings. Welcome to another DIY STEM activity with your girl, Miss Raquel. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make a galaxy in the jar. So the materials that you will need is some cotton balls, some food coloring, whichever choice you want to pick. We pick blue and green. A mason jar. If you don't have a mason jar in your house, you can get a water bottle. We have some water and some glitter. If you don't have any glitter, it is optional. So the first thing we're going to do is take the top off the mason jar, and we're going to put a first layer of cotton ball into the jar. After we put the first layer of cotton balls, just a little dazzle of glitter in. You'll get something like a straw and you'll stir it up. And then you'll put your first color, put a dab or 2 or 3 or 4, 5, however many you see fit, of food coloring. We started with the blue first, and then you put some water in. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Next, you put some more cotton balls. Keep filling it up. Put some more cotton balls. Okay. Next, we're going to put a dab of glitter in again. And a few dizzle dazzle of green food coloring. And you're going to put some more water in. It's coming together. Now you're going to put some more cotton balls. You're going to stuff it in there. Okay, you put some more glitter. And some blue food coloring. Notice I put blue in first, green, then blue again. I'm going to put some more water. And some more cotton balls. Now you're going to stuff it all the way till you can't stuff it no more. Because once you put the water in, it starts to shrink a little bit. Okay. Now we're just going to put a dash of glitter. And then some green food coloring to top it off. And some more water. You're going to put some more water till it gets all the way to the top. And I think that should be it, guys. You're going to hold it down, and then you're going to put the top on it, and you're going to shake it up, and there goes your galaxy in a jar.
Hi, good morning. Today I want to talk to you about something we've been speaking about and learning about for as long as I can remember. When you start school, you're told, wash your hands, make sure you clean your hands, wash your hands when you go into the bathroom. As this pandemic started, everybody's saying, make sure you wash your hands. Most of all, wash your hands, 20 seconds, sing your Twinkle Twinkle song, sing your alphabet song, make sure you count. Wash your hands. So when this all started and we were still at the clubs, we did an experiment with our children. We took bread and we had them handle the bread in 4 different ways. There was the first, which was our control method, which was out of the bag with gloves. Okay, here is that piece of bread. This is a month and a half later, 6 weeks since we've done this. So this piece of bread has absolutely nothing on it. It's actually still kind of soft even though it has been sitting in the bag, okay? So that was our piece of bread with gloves. Then the next piece of bread we did with clean hands. Okay, we washed our hands properly, we sang our alphabet song, and these pieces of bread had at least 20 children touching each of them. They passed it around through their group, and this was our group with clean hands. Hands washed with soap and water for 20 seconds. It actually looks exactly the same. It looks exactly like our piece of bread that was with our gloves. There is no mold. They are both actually soft. There is no issue on either piece of bread that you can see, okay? So then our next process we did was had the children go into the bathroom and wash their hands, but don't use soap. So pretty much they're just rinsing their hands off in the water. And this is a little bit appalling. It is disgusting. This is what is on your hands. Look at that. Without using soap. Okay, this is going into the bathroom using this was after snack, so our children ate, went in, washed their hands without soap, using just water, rinsing them off, and that is without soap. And this is the one that had not washed their hands at all. No soap, no water, no anything, okay? Look at this. This is actually worse than, look at that. There's mold going through it. There are pieces in it. And this is washed. Hands were not washed at all. This is the hands that were washed. It is in a slightly better shape. If you see, there's like mold lines going through that one. This one does not have that, but it has the spots of mold. So yeah, that is what happens when you don't wash your hands. Those germs are getting into your body. And now let's compare, okay? This is our clean hands washed properly. This is washed here with just water. All right? This is the important message that we get. We need to wash our hands with soap and water, 20 seconds minimum. Get your soap between those fingers. Get the soap on your thumbs. Make sure that you are cleaning your hands because we do not want this. Look, you see that? Look, no soap, not washed at all, okay? We don't want this transferred between everyone. We want your hands to look like this bread that is 6 weeks old in a baggie and has no mold, no anything on it. We want to keep you safe. We want to keep you healthy. We love you all and can't wait for you to get back to our clubs. So please make sure when you eat, before you pick up your food, after you eat, when you use the restroom, please make sure you're washing your hands, you're counting that 20 seconds, and you're making sure to stay safe. We love you. We want you healthy, and we cannot wait to have you all back at the clubs. We love you. Bye.
Greetings, this is Miss Raquel with the Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida. I'm here on another social distancing friendly field trip. I'm here at the Sledge U Pit Farm looking at the sunflowers. see, the weather is slightly nice and the sunflowers are big and pretty. I have to walk through very carefully because there are bees and I am scared of bees and bugs. Oh my. You're allowed to pick and cut your own sunflowers. I'm going to pick a couple of them and take them home with me. So look what I just did. I just cut my very first sunflower. It is huge. So kiddos, that wraps up my adventure for the day. As you can see, I was able to walk away with 3 fresh sunflowers. Hopefully you can visit one day. For now, goodbye.
Thanks for joining me today. We're back at this beautiful table that we set. Now we're going to share some tips on how to have some great manners at the table. One thing to remember, always come to the table with your hands washed and your face clean. We're wanting you to have great conversation, and no one likes to deal with someone who's got dirty fingers and a dirty face. Always, when you come to the table, put your napkin in your lap. I know that sometimes people have questions about this. They like having it on the side, and sometimes they think the linen is just too pretty to use, but that's what it's there for. Open up your napkin and put it on your lap. Never, ever start eating before all of the guests have arrived. The whole point of this beautiful table is to enjoy it visually, but to also enjoy your guests with great conversation. So wait until everyone gets there before you start to eat. Another helpful tip when sitting at the dining table, practice your perfect posture by sitting up straight. No one likes to see you eating lunch or dinner with your elbows on the table and your back all folded in. We want you to look perfect at this perfect setting. That's another thing that I halfway mentioned, but keep elbows off the table. There's no need for them. You only need your hands. Chew with your mouth closed. Now, I have had a meal or two that was absolutely delicious, and I kind of forgot my manners. But imagine a table as beautiful as this with 8 or 9 people smacking and chewing with their mouths open. That would be horrible. Touchy point. I know that every meal is not always delicious, but don't make comments about someone's poor cooking or food that just does not taste as great as we'd like it to. While we want to walk in our truth, we don't want to make others feel bad. Please say, please pass the salt or pepper. It's very rude to reach over, and you might cause a spill if you do. Just a few more tips to make your dining experience more enjoyable. No slurping or burping at the table. That always makes the dining experience horrible. When you're finished, let's ask to be excused instead of just getting up and going. And we definitely want to make sure that we thank our host for having us and preparing such a lovely meal. Going to leave you with one tip. That's when you're leaving, ask if you can help the host to clear the table. There's nothing wrong with asking to help because that host has put on a great meal and surely would not mind some assistance. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're hoping that you too can have an experience worth it and share these tips with others.
Hello, everybody. It is Mr. Anwar again. I know you guys are usually used to me doing like science projects and little STEM activities, but today we're doing math. Not regular math, math magic. Magic. How you do math and magic? I know that's what you're thinking. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna need you guys' help. So as you can see, I have numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. To start this process off, I will need you guys to choose any 3 numbers that you want, but you cannot choose the same number twice. For example, I have 7, 5, and 4. What number is that? Everybody say it with me. 754. Great job. So, I'm gonna give you time to pick your numbers. Let's go. Have your number? Okay. So, I'm going to do this with you guys, and I guarantee I'll know your answer by the end of this before you do. Watch this. So you have your first number, like mine, 754. Now all we're going to do is flip-flop it. And what I mean by flip-flop, you take the back number, put it in the front, take the front number, put it in the back, like this. See, now I have 457, right? 457, front number in the back number in the front. I know you guys are doing a lot of schoolwork, but guess what? We got to do a little bit of math to make this happen. So what we're going to do is subtract. All right, this is a very important step. So make sure that your math is correct and your answer is correct. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to get it done. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Got your answer? All right. So just for example, I'm gonna show you how I did it. Now, I did it using the math that I know. However, you know how to do your math? Use that. Get the practice. It's only gonna help you later in the future. Got it? Check it out. So I had 754 minus 457. So of course I did my math and got 297. All right. Next part of this, we flippy flopping again. Y'all remember what flippy flopping is? Remember what that is? All right. If you don't, I'm going to tell you. The 2 goes to the back, the 7 goes to the front, like this. Flippy flopped. All right. So now, you need a second? Hold on. Is your flip flop done? All right. So now that you got your 2 flip flop numbers, we're gonna do a little bit of addition. All right. Once again, use the addition process that you know. So I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to get your answer, and we'll be right back.
12 seconds later.
Guys, I didn't put my answer there because guess what? I knew what the answer was from way up here. Did you double check your work? Did you triple check your work? Did you get your parents to check your work? If not, I'll give you a second. All checked? All right. Now I know you guys probably been wondering what this paper has been doing here the whole time. Like, Mr. Anwar, you don't see that paper on your shirt? You don't know that's on your chest? No, I knew it was on my chest. Because guess what? The answer you should have at the end of this was 1,089. 1,089. 1089. If all the math is correct, this will always be your answer, no matter what numbers you pick. And I forgot to explain, if you ever subtract and there's a 0 in that spot, in the 100 spot, write the 0 because you always have to have 3 numbers. Now you go try to trick your parents, trick your friends. I'll see you later.
Hi, and welcome to this episode of Fact or Fiction. Inquiring minds want to know
just how smart our Boys and Girls Club supporters and Orange TV viewers are.
Well, Reggie, I think they're pretty smart, but I'm going to see how smart you are. Fact or fiction, Reggie? The lyrebird can mimic almost any sound it hears, including chainsaws.
I'm going to say fiction because I think you meant to say parrot.
Well, according to wildlife watchers, they have recorded the Australian species copying not only other birds, but other animals like koalas and artificial sounds like car alarms and camera shutters.
That's a new thing I learned today. But I got one for you.
Okay.
Fact or fiction? Only one NFL team has a plant for a logo?
Well, I'm not a big sports fan and I don't always look at their uniforms and their logos, but I'm going to say none of them have a plant for a logo.
I got you in this one. The New Orleans Saints fleur de lis is actually a stylized lily, historically known with the French monarchy, and is also the state symbol of Louisiana and is on the flag of the Quebec.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. They must be a pretty special team if they are the only ones that chose to do that. I've got one for you, and this is kind of out there, whimsical, if you might say. Fact or fiction, the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland.
Oh, that's fiction. I know it's the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay. Well, yes, although it is a fabled creature, the national animal of Scotland is actually the mythical unicorn, chosen because of its association with dominance and chivalry, as well as purity and innocence in Celtic mythology.
Oh, sounds interesting. But I got one for you, and I think I'm going to get this one.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Fact or fiction? The largest known living organism is a aspen grove.
I'm going to say, I don't even know what an aspen grove is, so it could be fact or fiction. What is it, Reg?
So it is true. The largest known organism is pando, which is the Latin word for spread out, is a group of genetically identical quaking aspens in Utah.
Oh my God.
With an interconnecting root system, is estimated 80,000 years old and takes up the more than 100 acres.
Oh man, I bet that's amazing to be able to see the aspen grove. Who would have known? I got educated today.
Yeah, I would think it was the blue whale.
Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Fact or Fiction. We're so excited that we got to see you again and to share some information with you.
This was the most fun we've had in a long time. But until we meet again,
bye-bye.
Hi, boys and girls. My name is Marquette Carmichael, and I'm the Youth Program Director here at our Levy Hughes Clubhouse. Today, we're going to be reading a selection of books from the Dr. Seuss collection. I hope you enjoy. We're going to start off with the book 10 Apples Up on Top by Dr. Seuss. 10 apples up on top. One apple up on top. 2 apples up on top. Look you, I can do it too. Look, see, I can do 3. You can do 3, but I can do more. You have 3, but I have 4. Look, see, now I can hop with 4 apples up on top. And I can hop up on a tree with 4 apples up on me. Look here, you two. See here, you two. I can get 5 on top. Can you? I am so good, I will not stop. 5, 6, now 7 on top. 7 apples up on top. I'm so good, they will never drop. 5, 6, 7, fun, fun, fun. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But see, we are as good as you. Look now, we have 7 too. And now see here, 8 on top, 8 apples up, not one will drop. But I can do 9 and hop and drink. You cannot do this, I think. Nine is very good, but then, come on, and we will make it 10. Look, 10 apples up on top. We are not going to let them drop. The end. Thank you for reading with us today. I hope this was fun. Bye-bye.
Hello, I am Miss Connie from the Tupperware Club, and today I welcome you to our Art Crafty Corner. Okay, so today we have 2 activities because they're really short, okay? I'm gonna show you how to do a little roof roof. It's going to be made out of 2 letters. Do you see them? Maybe, maybe not. So let's see. For those who guessed, we're going to be doing a letter B and a letter D. Ah! You see a letter B and a letter D. Now you have your letter B and you have your letter D. So we already have the eyes. Okay, now let's put 2 little eyeballs here. And I'm doing a color marker so you could see. But remember, this is your creation. So after this, like I always say, you use your own colors you want. Now we're going to bring this down. Okay, and this down. And then we're just going to close it. How simple is that? You already have his kind of body, a square one as is, but you already have it. Then here, we're going to do a little arch like that, okay, which we're going to close his face. Now we're going to do the ears, so they're going to be loopy. You see? Go again, up, down, and around, and connect. That was it. You already have your dog. You see how easy that was? We're going to make him a nose. Okay. We're going to make him a little mouth. Then go and connect. There it goes. That's it. You already have your dog. If you don't want to do anything else to it, you can leave it just as is. But if not, then you could do 2 little, this could symbolize, I don't know, it could be his cheeks. It could be his little paws, okay? And then we're going to do a big one here. You could erase this if you want. This could be his big paw, Okay, so he's sitting down. Like I said, you do whatever you want. If you don't want to make him sit down, don't. Okay, so for the purpose of the picture, that looks like a happy face. Say hi. Okay, so for the purpose of the picture, you already have your dog. You could do whatever you want to him, remember. Now we're gonna go to the second part of this activity, which I believe this one you're gonna enjoy. So join me. Guess what? We're going to make puffy paint today. You're gonna say, wow, Miss Connie, puffy paint, how we're gonna do that? Well, it is easy. All you need is 2 ingredients. So we have our shaving cream, okay? And then we have our glue. 1 shaving cream, 1 glue. Let's start measuring. We could spoon it in. The other part. So all we're gonna do is fill this 1-to-1 ratio. That's what that means. The top. So now what we're gonna do is just mix it together in our bowl. Now, if you happen to have food coloring, okay, you can add that too, and it could be colorful. Okay, so here we have a Ziploc. You see, a simple Ziploc. And okay, remember what I told you about, adding some color. So here I was in the art room and I was lucky to find one of these little acrylic paints, okay? And I just added a few drops and just mixed it. Just to give you an idea of how, it looks like with some color. So now we're just going to hold this and just pour our little. And then at an angle, you see how it's at an angle, you're just gonna squish it all the way down and turn it. You see, turn it here. And you see this little part here? This is where we're gonna cut. Okay, we're gonna cut right here on this little angle to make a little hole. It's gotta be little because remember, this is puffy. And if you do it big, it's a lot of flow is gonna come out. Improvise. And I'm going to cut right there. Now we come back to our doggy. Okay, so if you have different colors, okay, this is what's called mixed media. You could either put his nose puffy. Oh, that looks so cute. You see? That looks really cute. And maybe you could do, I don't know, put him in space and do a space thingy around him. And then with different color puffy paints, you could do, if you have blue, you could do some clouds. If you have red, you could do his mouth. If you have blue, you could do some water. Okay, if you have dark blue with maybe black, you can mix it and do a night sky in which he is in space. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you create something new and you're able to maybe send me a picture of how it looks. So with that being said, have a good weekend. Have fun creating and send me some pictures. Okay? Goodbye. Stay safe.
Wasn't that a great show? I know, right? I loved it. Well, that's it for today, guys. But until then, our boys and girls, teens and tweens, we love you, we miss you, and stay tuned for our next episode. Bye.